Is this working? Is it working? Good morning. Good morning. Jim, just send me a quick text because just now it said, oh, I hate this. It's all right. I'm always zen, right? I'm right cool at the beginning. Come on in. Good morning. And then it goes, this video's not working now. And then it just throws all your cereal on the floor, doesn't it? Good morning. Okay, well, somebody's here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to have your company. Come in. I'm assuming if you're here and I'm here, it's working. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to the SHAC. Grab a seat. Grab a seat. I'm just going to carry on. It's Friday. TGIF. Not that it really makes any difference anymore. Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come on in, good morning, welcome. Cool, blimey, there's loads of us already. Or is it the same person who keeps hitting the repeat button? No, you're all here, good. Come on in, grab a seat. Have you got your tea with you? Have you got your tea? Let's have a look. Early to the party, it's only 4 minutes to 10. Officially, see that's why I come on early, just in case the whole thing collapses. I'll tell you what, my old bones. Let's have a look. Is anybody saying yay or nay? No, trouble is this bloody thing doesn't work either. It's all right. We're here. Good morning. Come on in. Take a seat. We're going to have a good day today. Have you got your bowl still? I'm going to use the bowl. A bowl. The one you had yesterday, if you didn't clear it away, go grab it. Or your compass, if you've got one of those. See, as soon as I say compass, I think of north, south, east, west. And that's what threw me yesterday in my little O-level maths head. No confidence. No self-belief in mathematical things. So as soon as I said compass, I thought, hang on a minute, isn't that what they used to put in your heel when you were a kid, in your tough shoe, so you could find your way home from school? Great marketing idea. All the kids would be picking at their heels, do you remember? Trying to get the compass out. Good morning, come on in, come on in. I think that's one of the nice things. You get to 60 odd and you have loads of memories, don't you? Silly things. And I think the older you get, the more they start bubbling to the surface. Oh. Come on in, good morning. Grab a seat. There's loads and loads of chairs here. Loads of space. Loads of social distancing. Plenty of room for everybody. You can breathe. And we're going to leave everything outside the door. Park all your worries and all your woes outside that front door. Just for a little while we have a little doodle together. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to clear our minds, empty our heads, have a little drawing session. It's definitely working for me, and I'm sure it's working for a lot of you. I got a lovely email earlier from a lady who isn't one of the Clarity family. Well, she is now, boom, right? And she works in the NHS, and she can't be at work at the moment because of her health condition. And she was at home, completely rudderless, and stumbled across us lot. Boom. And now she started doodling with us. And this doodle hour has become the highlight of her day. And it sets her on track, which is what it does for me too. How about you? Come on in, good morning. 9:59. We're not even officially started yet. But welcome. Welcome to the SHAC. This is the end of week 4 that we've been doodling. Wow. I know. And the sun is shining. It's beautiful in Crowborough. What about where you are? What about where you are? Is it sunny? Is it lovely? Blue sky's not a cloud in the sky here. And it was very warm yesterday. Look, I've got my legs out today. That's the first in a long time. Well, there's no one here. So I thought, they're coming out today to play. I even shaved them. I thought, while I can still reach them, I'm powering through those eggs, those chocolate eggs. It's all right, there's only a few left. It's a hard job, someone's got to do it, but I think I'll manage. So I shaved my legs, got a nice top on, and then the microphone, the clip broke. Boom. Crisis. So if you're wondering if this is a special, look, I've got a peg now. Check it out. Peg is... There you go. But it works. Can you hear me all right? Good morning. Come on in. Who cares? It's a peg and it's not flapping on my jewellery because I ain't got any jewellery on. Come on in. 10:01. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the SHAC. And what does that stand for? Safe, happy and creative. Stay home and craft. There you go. And so today, do you realise today that this is the 4th day that we've been working on this kite picture? Golly. Thing is though, it's not just about the kite picture, is it? Should we have a look at it? It's about what we've been doing while we've been doing the kite picture. So we started with the kite, didn't we? And then we learnt the shading. And then yesterday we did the frame and we did this wraparound, which was very nice to do. I enjoyed that one. Simple. But, you know, having done 4 weeks now, we're getting the idea, aren't we? We're getting the hang of how this works. Come on in. Good morning. You can't hear me. You can't hear me. Is that because my microphone's blown? Somebody's saying they can't hear me. Can you hear me? Send me a text and let me know that you can hear me. I just happened to glance over and someone's saying the volume's down. Is it? Because my little digit here is saying, I've not got sound. I've not got sound. Uh-oh. Well, Elaine Milner, she's saying she can't hear me. What's wrong with my microphone then? Can anybody not hear me? Or can you hear me? Somebody else. Paul, help me out here. Let's have a look. It should be working. I've got all the gadgets on. Oh, that's a shame if you can't hear me. Right, well, I'm going for it. Sheila says it's okay. Paul says it's okay. So, Elaine Milner, turn the sound up on your computer. It's only because my confidence has been thrown because the bloody clip's broken and now I think there must be something wrong. Okay, going back to where we were. Let me see. Right, so we did this, didn't we? And now people are joining us. And today we're going to learn about the inside part, aren't we? We're going to do this bit. Do you remember we did a little boat yesterday? Just a little bit of homework. Right. And so what we're going to do now, I thought, because there are a lot of people that are coming in and they're going to doodle and they haven't done this and they haven't done that and they're looking at a blank page. And I thought, right, so rather than the rest of us all go straight in, dive in here, this could be the never-ending picture, this. What I thought we'd do is start with a blank piece of copy paper, get your bowl, and let's, with my posh Villeroy and Bosch, right, what I thought we would do is do a landscape, and I'll break it down for you. There are a couple of things going on here, right? So first of all, we've spent 4 days doing the same picture. See, now I get a lot of comfort in that because things are changing so fast, you know, in our lives. And you can do this, you can't do that. You must go there, you mustn't. You get a big pot of yoga, you get a little pot of yoga. You got potatoes, you haven't got potatoes. You know, you've got a hospital appointment, you can't go. So all the time, things are changing, flipping. So if you can take something like that, and you can build on it and you can work on it day by day, right? Then that really gives you that sense of continuity, that sense of flow. It does for me, it works for me. And then at the end, you've got a beautiful piece of artwork and you think, I did that, boom, right? But by the same token, we've got people coming in and we've got people that haven't done the kite because they said, there's no way I'm ever going to learn how to do that. So I thought it would be a good idea also to break down the landscape so that you can do any landscapes, not just copy the one we've got in there, but do any landscapes. So we're going to start with a circle again, right? And we'll keep it real simple, literally just like Simon says, and I'm Simon today. So Simon says, draw around a pot. Simon says, do a line here. Simon says, right, and you'll see as we break it down into bite-sized pieces, like real digestible increments, you'll see actually how easy it is to construct it, right? Really, it's not as hard as you think. So I'm going to demystify landscapes here. Right, ready? So what we're going to do, first of all, let's just draw around our bowl. Hold on to it. One sweep. Boom. So that I'm using a pencil. Are we cool with that? I can hear you, I can hear you, I can hear you. Well, I'm so glad because I spend a lot of time talking to myself. This is the highlight of my day when you all turn up. Right, so I've got my circle, okay? And then, forget about the kite. We're not going to go back to square one. Now, what we want to do is start at the front. So let's, for example, let's go about halfway up and we're going to do a bit of a, we're going to do a lovely scene. Just do this. Just go down like that, like wave down and go to about there. There you go. Do that. Now, if we were going to put a tree on this, it would be a bit hairy. So what we'll do is we'll go in here and we're going to do another one, just like the same. Just come down a little bit further like that, right? Go like that. That'll work. And if you wanted to, if you're not, you could even make it a bit more like that. See? Look. Boom. So you can see now, you've got to use your imagination, but you're building up a landscape. And here are the fields going down to the sea, because we're going to the seaside today, right? So when you've done that, what I want you to do now is come down the other side, because this is actually going to be a cove. Right, so come down here like this, just jiggle along a little bit, don't have to go, look, boom, and then stop there. Does it look like a cove yet? Right, and then when we've done that, how are you coping? It's all right, isn't it? It's just a couple of lines, one down there, one down there, one little one there. So you're going into the cove. Right, let's do another one. Right, ready? So we'll go like this, and then we'll go again. We'll stick this one out now into the, we'll go down to there. Right, so you can really see, this is like highway number 1 in California. This is exactly like highway number 1 in California. Okay? All right, this is going to work nicely. Okay, so when we've done that, right, then what we need to do now is put the water in. So if we put the water, oh no, let's put the trees in. So if we put the trees in here, right, this will establish where the water's going to be. So let's put a tree. Now, with these trees, let's do something a bit different, right? Actually, let's do this one over here, because I think if you put a tree in here, this will really, you'll get how the trees work. So do a really gnarled, like that, up, pointing in, right? And then what we're going to do is make like, look, just jiggle like that, like so. And then do another one off the back of it, like that. So it's like a cypress, right? What we're going to do is build a cypress tree, and all it is, look, it's just go like that, and do layers. Just do layers like this, right? Look, and then as you go up, you can make it point a little bit more, like so. Bring it down, go up a bit more. Now at some point we're going to want to come in a little bit, aren't we? Although the cypress trees, sometimes they're really flat on top. But all we're doing is this. We're just making pieces like that on top of one another. Then another one, then another one, right? And we're just jiggling as we go to make them a bit more interesting. Can you see this all right? Yeah? Right, so now, so it's leaning over, right? And now we can go over a bit further. There we go. Now we're going to come in a bit. So I'm leaning back now towards, otherwise this one would have gone straight in the water. Have you ever been to Carmel on Highway number 1? There's the lone cypress and it leans right over into the water like this. Let's just put a little bit of a branch in there so it looks a bit better. There you go. Put one in the background like that. Lower. There. So there's your lone cypress hanging over the edge like that, right? And then over here, if you like, we could do 3 in a bunch, right? So let's do one hanging on to the, because they tend to do that, right? Let's do one craggy, that's a trunk. Then let's do another one, another trunk, and then another trunk, like that. So there's 3 over here. Okay, and we're going to make this one come in as well, like this, look. Like that. And then just do that all the way across. And then these are cypresses as well. So we're going to go up and we're going to make those lovely... Are you following me all right? Look, Simon says, just do this. And then we've got one cypress here. So let's do one like that. And then we've got another one at the back. So you've got little bits now, interesting. See, so this would be great for shading in a minute. So then we're going to go again, like so. And again, just building up. It's just exactly the same thing. I only figured this out this morning, so it's not like this is an old trick of mine. We lived in Carmel when the children, Mark was born there. And the cypresses, this is exactly what they look like from a distance. They're beautiful trees and they just hang like over the ocean like this. And you just, look, there you go. So you just make layers of them like that. You got it? And then I think what I'll do is I'll start bringing in I got one there. So we're just going to make these little squiggles. I can't wait to see how brilliantly you do this, because I know that there are so many of you so good at this when you get your eye in. Look, doesn't that look like a proper... Right, if you squint. Just squint. Doesn't that look like a cavern, right, with a couple of rocks like that, and then you've got your gully there, your valley, and then you've got your cypresses. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, you cool with this? You could catch me up. Catch me up. Not feeling daunted, are you? Because we're not working towards something finished. What I'm trying to do is just break it down so you can see all you need is a few hills and then a couple of trees. And the trees are easy. You know, they're just sandwiches, aren't they? Just one on top of the other. It's when you put the shading in, that's when they come to life. That's your homework. Right, so now you've done that. Are you sticking with me? Come on in. Come on in. You got your circle, you got your lovely, got your hills, got your caverns. Let's have a look. Right, so now we've done that. So, have you got... You need something to draw around. I'm going to draw around an embossing pot. Have you got anything handy? So you're going to need one of those in a minute. So we'll draw around that. And you need a ruler, I think. I think we'll do it because water tends to be flat. So what I'm going to do is, excuse my head for a minute, but I'm going to make... See, I can put the water there. I can put the water where I like. I'm going to put it up a bit higher, like so. But I'm going to go really, really lightly with my pencil because in a minute I'm going to put our boats going in there. So I just want a really light line because I can go back, but I'm going to put a boat here. Yeah? So quite up near the water's top, but not sitting on top of the horizon. We're going to do a boat. Did you practice your boats yesterday? Let's have a look. So you're going to go, it's the figure 8, isn't it? You're going to go like that. That's the back bit. And then as you come round, you stop. You don't come back on yourself. And then you just go down. And then you do the front bit of the boat. And there's your water. There you go. That's it. And then you can do your mast. Boom. Easy, isn't it? Right? Demystified. Right. Figure 8, like that. Round the front. When you get to the front, stop. Go down. Put the front bit in the boat. You can see I'm not a nautical person. Right, and then up it goes like that. Okay, right, so that's your boat. Practice that. And then what we're going to do is put the boat I reckon we're going to put the boat, right, figure 8, not too far down, but I want to put a Pebble Beach in here as well, so we don't want to make it too close to the beach. And we're going to put it, I reckon, I want to put it right here. So not too big, right, like that. Round we go. Ah, perfect. And then we're going to come down like that. That's it. Then we put our, right, and then I'm just going to put a little flick of water. But again, I want to use, excuse my head, I'm just going to use a little flick of straight line because it just looks right. Okay, just put a bit of straight line there, like that. Maybe not that straight. Okay, and then when we've done that, we want to put our mast in. So now we could get really, we could do a nice tall one, couldn't we? Looks quite nice, like that. That'd just fall over, wouldn't it? If you, but artistic license, haha. See now, whether or not sails are up, it's entirely up to you, right? But I reckon this will look pretty. Let's just do, I'm just going to do one sail. I'm not really a sail person, but I reckon that'll look about right. Artistic license, that'll do. There's your sail. Do you want to put a little one in the side? I think they do come in different sizes like that. There you go. Boom. Right, so there's my boat. Shall we have a look close up? How's your doodle coming along? Are you enjoying this? There you go. So there's my trees. There's my doodle of the boat. How are you getting on? Are you enjoying this? All we're using is a pencil and a piece of copy paper. Have you given what's going on in the world a second's thought in the last 20 minutes? I bet you haven't. And that, my friends, is the essence of the doodle. Right, so now what we're going to do is take out the water that's running through the boat, like so, right? And then, let's go to that one. Right, then we can take our water and just reintroduce it so it's a little bit, there you go, that looks more like it. Right, now what's that smudge right in the middle of my panoramic sky? Right, okay. How are you doing? Let's have a look. Easy. So you've got the lone cypress, got a cluster over there, done the boat, got the hills and the rocks, right? This rock's a little bit savage, this one here. So I may even, just because I can, there's nothing stopping me going, right, that's a bit too much. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to, look, I can add another one. That's better. I prefer that. Okay. So that's nice. And now I'm going to do a little Pebble Beach. So, for example, all I'm going to do now is make pebbles from the bottom, and they're just like these, but not so wiggly, right? So just do that, make a pebble. There you go. Make another one. Just put pebbles. Pebbles are round, pebbles are flat. Just put a few pebbles along the beach so that it looks like, and then don't have to overdo it. But if you're going down to this cove, right, then there you go. Doesn't that look good? See? I could have taken this one back a bit, couldn't I? See, if I took this one out, then I use this one, then I'd have a serious Pebble Beach. Do you see what I'm getting at? I could eliminate this line here, bring this down more, and then I could have a much bigger beach. I could put people on it. All I'm explaining is that I control completely where I put my beach. See, just by taking this out now, I'm not suggesting that you do, I'm just showing how easy it would be. Remember, this is only all pencil, isn't it? So here, for example, I could change the landscape. Look, there you go. So that could be, oh, I love that. Right, so now that is like a, you know, like, don't go to the edge sort of thing. Yeah. But look, so we take this one out now, there, and you work with what you've got. So my pebbles now, right, are down here. Watch. So now your pebbles are over this side. This is lovely, actually. There you go. Let's have a look. See if we can join these pebbles up. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? You could make a path. Just don't put the pebbles there. Look, check this out. Right, so now we're making a path through the pebbles. So you've got a pebble there and a pebble. Look, watch. And then there, like that. And then there's a couple of pebbles there. We'll do a few more over here. See? And now the path, can you see what I'm up to? Now I've got a path going through the pebbles. So it starts here, okay, and it walks all the way through. So you could go right through to the beach, right through to the beach. And the only thing we've got, so the water could be right here, couldn't it? Or what you could also do is make, like along here, this could be like there. Let me just check this. I haven't done this before. Oh yeah, there you go. Boom. So there's your water, and that's the sand there. So there's your water lapping up on the sandy beach. Boom. Isn't that lovely? Piece of cake. Put a bit of shadow in there. And then the only thing we want to do next is draw around our, we can use a £2 piece or a 2p piece or a pot, whatever you want to do, right? And we can pop a moon in or a sun, and you just got to be aware. If you put it behind the tree, you could do that, couldn't you? You could put it behind the tree, or you could put it behind the boat, the mast, put it behind that one. I reckon there's going to be good, you know. I'm going to stick it right there. And then you just got to make sure that when you come round like this, you don't go through the tree. There you go, landscape. And complete with path. And it's all only in pencil. So that means that if I want to change anything, I can. And here I can do my grasses and my flowers, but I just wanted to explain. How are you doing? Do you know, it's only either the clock stopped or time has stopped in my little shack here, because it's only just gone 20 past. Isn't that amazing? How are you getting on? Did you manage that okay? It's not so hard, is it, when you start to break it down? And that's one of the things that I figured out in the last month that we've been working together. It's been a month. This is the 4th week, coming to the end of the 4th week. What I've realised is that many people, not you, but many people, they get overwhelmed by what's in front of them. And what we have to learn to do is break it down into digestible pieces. And that's not just about the artwork, really. But if you look at something and you go, whoa, this is way too much, I'll never be able to do it, then the chances are you're right. So what you have to do is say, right, there's nothing, I learnt this a while ago from somebody that I loved very much. He used to say, there is nothing that time and a little patience won't solve. This will be okay. You know, if you look at something and it's, you know, because I get impatient and I think, oh no, I'm never going to be able to do this. Now, I haven't got the time and I'm too busy, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, stop for a moment, break it down, look at it and say, okay, I can do this. I just need to break it down into digestible, smaller pieces. Yeah? So let's have a look, because now we've worked out, haven't we, that this is the way to do a landscape. You start at the front, you start building it up, you work with pencil. That de-stresses me completely, that does. And here comes distressor number 1, distressor number 2, called a rubber, an eraser, right? And then once I've done that, then the relaxing, really, now to pen that, that's the easy bit. It's just because all you're doing is tracing over it, aren't you? So that, to me, is the ideal way. I mean, trust me, I'm no professional artist. I just figure it out as I go along. and I could do loads of landscapes now. I could do fields, just depends. You put a boat in a straight line and you've got water. You do a little bit more of a curve on it rather than jagged, and you've got, I'm going to finish this one off really nice. I'm going to put a little path around there. Make it more smooth. You've got hills. You know, put a tractor in the back, you definitely got a farm. You know, so you can change the terrain just with a couple of little, just a little change here and there really. So now we've done that, how do you feel about adding this one? Because it's not that different, is it, to what we've just done, except instead of using the cypress trees, we're using poplars. So I thought, I know where we're going to go. See, this one, to me, this is Carmel, Pebble Beach, beautiful, right? This one, here we go. We're going, to my mind, this is like Lake Garda. There you go, Italy. Straight, just like that, by changing the trees. Yeah, could really be Lake Como or Lake Garda, Italia. Yeah, it's entirely up to you. So should we do this one now? Are you comfortable? Are you happy? Let's start with where we left off yesterday. So let me just have a look, because I know that I had one that I was working on. Where did I put that? Just stay with me a minute while I look for the one I was working on, because I've done that one. So where's the one, where's my masterpiece that I was working on? Here it is. Safely put away in my file. I don't know myself. Look, I've even got practice boats. Look. Practice boats. Cool. Yeah. You do what you got to do, don't you? Right, so let's have a look. That's what we're going to do next. So that one, if you've done that, that could be your homework, couldn't it? I'll give you one tip that I've figured out is when you, depending on your circle, okay, obviously, if you want to do a rim like this, let me come to this camera. When you're doing your circle, when you're doing your rim, it's a good idea, like I use this to go round, so it's perfect, isn't it? And then on this one, I came in and I did the hand-drawn one round the inside. So this is quite the challenge to do the hand-drawn one around the outside, because it's the outside one that wants to be as smooth as possible, really, because it's the edge of the picture. So I'm definitely going to go and find a plate that's bigger than this to go around the outside, or find my compass. So my suggestion is that you always use something to draw around for the outer edge. That's all I figured out, was as I tried to go around here, I thought, oh no, I wasn't enjoying it so much. And don't enjoy it, don't do it. Okay? Don't enjoy it, don't do it. Right, so that one's for later. And now we're going to Lake Garda. Lake Garda. Right, hang on. So let's have a break for a minute. Okay, I'm supposed to be enjoying this. This isn't a marathon. It's not a competition. It's not a test. It's just us getting together. Come on in. Lovely to have your company. Come in. Let's chill. It's not even half past yet. We've already been to Carmel, California. What can I say? And my peg's still holding out. Be all right. It'll be all right. Little things, insignificant things. You know what? You make do and mend, don't you? How are you doing? You all right? What I wanted to say to you as well, I mustn't forget this, today is Friday, so all you groovy folk out there, all you parching fans, today at 12 o'clock we're downloading another digital project for you, a digi-download as they call it. And you'll be able to, there are two ways to find it. One is to go to Groovy Worldwide and it will be posted there. And the other thing to do is if you go to our website, claritystamp.com, and you sign up for our newsletter, if you signed up for our newsletter, you'll get an email and that will have the digi-download attached to it. But if you haven't done that, you can go to Groovy Worldwide and see it there, download it from there. Or you can go to our website, claritystamp.com, And you can, from there, you can sign up to the newsletter. You don't have to set up an account. It's not a ruse to get you selling or buying. It's literally, it's to get the newsletter so that then every week you'll get 3 emails saying what's going on in the SHAC and what we're actually up to here. But it will also, it will link you to the digital download for the Groovy projects. So that's well worth thinking about. Newsletter. You know, it's not a, it's just a newsletter. It just tells you where we are and where you can find the digi download. For me, that's the important thing. Right, so let's have a look. Now we're going for this one. And if you look at this now, you'll see exactly, this is going to be easy because we just did the other one. So by having done this one, you'll see immediately that's going to be the first thing, and you'll understand that you've got to put a little ridge up there to be able to stand the trees on. See, there's trees are going to go in there, aren't they? So if I put that one there, you'll see it's about halfway, about 330 up here. Right, and then what we're going to do is just come down like that, miss the leaves, okay, and we're just going to put this down. But what you've got to remember as you're coming down, remember you want to put your poplar trees in here, so you want to come down like that. So you've got, if you go too steep, there just won't, there's nowhere for the roots to take, is there? So you're going to come in here like so. Let me come to this. Here we go. And we're just going to come down from here, make the point where you want to come to on there, and then make the point you want to go to, and then just pull your pen down. Remember, you've got your 3 poplar trees, so you want something, and then you can drop down because it's a lovely valley, and there you are. Right, you didn't even see that, did you? There you go. So you come down, you've got enough room for your poplar trees to hang on to, right? Then you come down like that. So there's enough room for your lake. You need some room for your lake. If you come over this way, there won't be room for your boat, right? So think logical. Down you come, hit the tree. That's it, sorted. And don't go through the leaves. Boom. All right, so that's the first thing. Then the next thing is we're going to put the trees in. So if we put the trees in, we're going to put 3 trees in. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we put the tallest one. I reckon if we put the small one there, let's just do this like so. Then we'll put the second one in there, like that, and we'll put the third one, I would say it will sit nicely right there, like so, or maybe a bit further down, okay? So glad. Do you know we sold out of these? That tells me everything I need to know. So right, we've got more in now. Oh, you do make me laugh. Right, yeah, the first thing we sold out of was rubbers. I love you. Right. We are definitely cut from the same cloth, guys and girls. Okay, so we're going to pop that tree in. What do I think? Oh, when in doubt. Right. That's going to be the poplar. Right, this is the tall one. So put the tall one in first. Do I want to come over a bit? No, that'll do. Right. Now, why am I nervous? Because it's in here. I was so chilled when I was just going with the flow, and now I'm trying to do the same. See, right, you ready? So we're going to put the poplar tree in. Okay, that'll do. Up we go to a top, and then come round like that. Oops, that'll do. There's the first one. Nice. Then we put the second one in behind that one. That's a relief. That's a relief that we can put it behind it. You can plant it where you like, love. Right, okay. Here we go. Up to there. We'll come round. It's a bit smaller, isn't it? Because it's further away. It's all right if it looks a bit ropey. There's a little bit of a breeze, all right? There's a light breeze. Then this one, round we go again. And this one's even further away. Oh, really, really tight. There you go. Not bad. Bit tight, but that's all right. We've got more room for the rocks and the boat. All this is a doodle. I think I want to make this tree a bit fatter. This poplar tree, see? Like that. That looks better, doesn't it? I can see why we ran out of these. Right. There we go. Okay. Lovely. That's better. Okay, so we've done that, and then we're going to do the rocks. But I think first, before we do that, we need to add the water, right? So we're going to pop the water in. Do you remember what? I'm going to just use this because it's handy. Right. You want to definitely put the water in lightly because you're going to put the boat in, aren't you? Cool? We'll put the boat in first because it's in front of the rocks. Look. Are you enjoying this? I do wonder sometimes. I think it's great anyway. Right, so we put the boat in. Right, we can come down a little bit with this one. Right, because there's more room. So as you come round, there you go. There's the boat. There's where you're going to sit. Do a bit of water. So just go like that. A couple of little dots, not dicks. Definitely not dicks. Right, round you go. There we are. So that's the boat. And then in there's a little seat. There's a seat in there. You've got to use your imagination. Right, and then we're going to put our mast in. Right, it's quite a tall one. I think that looks quite nice. Cool, that's a little bit over the top, Gray. Right, cut back. I don't think they sell them that tall. Right. No. That's better. Be real. Right, so that's where the mast goes to. And then we'll put a couple of... I'm looking forward to seeing your boats. I bet they're brilliant. That'll do. All in pencil, all in pencil. Are you enjoying this? Where are you crafting from? I'm still in Crowborough and enjoying myself actually. Right, so now, right, we've got the pencil, we've got the boat in. Now we're going to put the rocks in, aren't we? So the rocks, right, I think we'll go up and then we'll start building. We'll go upwards, we'll build up rather than... So round the back of the boat now, we're going to come up like so, okay? And this is quite craggy, quite hard to walk around. I think we'll come down a little bit, like so. So we got a bit more interest, yeah? So that'll be quite nice. And then I might make that a bit taller. Right, and then what we're going to do is come round here. So that's the first one, but I think I'm just going to wing it now. Right, so now I'm making another rock formation. Here we go. Just make your rock formations. Look, as you go, it's going to be quite craggy. There you go. Cool. You wouldn't want to be living up there. Dave said, well, you could put a castle up there. I said, I could, Dave. I said, I could. But you wouldn't want to be living in a castle up there and then forget the coffee, would you? Or the milk. So I thought I'd stick to the poplar trees because I was feeling quite confident with them. Let's just put the trees on. Right, up we go. One. Another poplar tree coming up. A bit smaller, a bit further away. And then we'll put a little tiny one up the back. A sapling. A castle. I don't know what I'd do with that, Dave. Yeah, we could put a castle up there. I said, yeah, I'm sure we could. Okay, so we've got our crags, right? We've got our... Do you know what? That's almost... If it weren't for the poplar trees, you could say that's... You're looking the other way, like one of those jigsaws that you're looking at in reverse, you know? So the Pebble Beach is actually over there, if you get what I mean. Right, how you doing? You got your water? You got your... How's it going? Have I lost you yet? No. Come on. We just did it once. Now we're doing it again. So we've got our boats. We've got our boat. You could do a couple. You could do a regatta. Last year, we went down to... the kids, Salcombe Bay. We went down to Salcombe Bay, down in Devon. Beautiful, very lovely place. It was our treat for our wedding present from the children. So blimey, that must have been 2 years ago. Golly, is that right? Time. I'm in a time capsule. Anyway, so we went down to Salcombe Bay and we were staying in this really posh hotel, and the traffic on the estuary, on this bay part outside the hotel, I've never seen. It was like the M25 but in boats. And then I said to Dave, what is... Anyway, apparently it was the regatta, like the big cheese, that they only do it once a year. And we just happened to arrive the week of the regatta. So that's why there were a lot of boats on the water. So yeah, so you could do a regatta now, you know how to do boats. So we've done that. Shall we ink this in? Come on. Come on, we're going to run out of time here. We're going to run out. So we've got as long as we need. I'm going to use my pens. I've got 005 and 01. Okay. I've noticed several of you now who have got the pens. You're saying what a difference it makes. And it does. It does make a big difference. I tell you what, see, I've even doodled the packaging. See the packaging? So that's designer parchment, and I've just used the pens to doodle the background. That's nice as well, isn't it? Look, recognise the flowers? I told you, I'm a bit of a one-trick pony. Oh no, look, there's the water. I've just realised. There's the water and the hill. Look, honestly, I am a one-trick pony. But it's all right. Even I didn't realise that I'd done that. Let's do the number 1 and let's get this hill sorted out, shall we? Right, you ready? I'm going to take that one away because it's putting pressure on me. And we'll pull the pen. Let's pull the pen rather than push the pen, just because it flows better. So we'll go up here like so, and we'll pull the pen down towards ourselves. Right? Right, come on, Gray. So down we go. Don't push too hard with the pen because it dries out. You don't need to. You just... Let me get my other glasses on. I'm going to put my Dame Edna's on because I'm struggling here. I can't see what I'm doing. Let me just get another pen as well. Right, start again. That's better. I mean, my pens have never seen so much action. Same as my microphone, that's why it fell apart. So my pen's dried out. They obviously do have a life, right? They do dry out, like most pens. So I'm on a fresh pen and my microphone's pegged to me at the moment. Right, now, let's do the trees next. See, the penning is just delightful, isn't it? Because it's just easy. Right, now if you wanted to, you could jiggle a little bit to make it look more authentic like we did with the cypress trees, but I just want to make them lovely and smooth. Right, down we go again. Don't press too hard, just let the ink flow. There we are. What are you doing this weekend? Have you got a plan? I think it's important to have a plan. Even if it's mundane stuff, you need to, you know, you've got to get some sort of routine going. So I'm on laundry and ironing, and I want to sort out my summer and winter clothes. So I mean, I'm hanging on to clobber that I'm never going to get into. I think I've got a pair of jeans upstairs that I used to wear when I was about 18 years old. Now, I can't get them over my knees now, and yet for some delusional reason, I don't want to part with them. I'm going to have to just bite the bullet. No, don't pull your pen, Gray. I'm going to have to just go for it and say adieu to those jeans. You watch. The minute I sling them, I'll lose 3 stone. But the truth of the matter is, the only time I've ever had a dream figure is when I've been really ill or really miserable. So I think I'd just rather be fat and happy. Right, here we go. Okay, so I've done my heels. Have you done that as well? And then we're going to do our trees up the background. But because they're so far away, I think I may swap to the 005. How are we doing for time? Easy, this is. Because we did the doodle earlier on, when we went to Carmel, don't you find this is a lot less intimidating? I do. I find it a lot less intimidating because we've already we've broken it down. I think that's the trick with all of this. It's just to break it down. Right, boat. Breathe when you do this. Do you know? Do you hold your breath as well when you? Hang on a minute. This is a tricky bit. Actually, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use my free hand for the water because it's not that straight, is it? God. Okay. I think it's one thing putting it in pencil with a ruler, but I think it looks just so much nicer. Bit dodgy. Should have gone up there. Don't matter. It's only a doodle. Right. Like anyone's going to notice. Oh, look, she made a mistake. There's no way that you could sail that boat with that sail like that. Well, whatever. If you made a great big, I've just had a thought, a bit late now for me because I've penned it, but you could put a big sail on it and you could put somebody's name on there, couldn't you? Or a number or something special, like if it was a birthday, you could put like, cool, wouldn't that be lovely? Like 75 or, you know, really cool. So let's have a look. Have you penned your landscape? Grab a pencil now. Let's do this with a pencil. See, I added a little bit of interest to the craggy bits. It just, don't have to if you don't want to, but it works quite well. And what we'll do is we'll look at where, well, I've still got to put the water in though, don't forget the water. But for example, you could go on this one, like it depends on, like if we put the lines going that way on this one, so they're looking, we haven't put the sun in yet either. So the lines are going that way, there, do you see? Like so. But perhaps they're going, maybe they're going this way, in the opposite direction, so that you get a good contrast on that one, right? And then on this one, perhaps you could get them going so that they're looking at the sun. That's quite good. It's just a different doodle, isn't it? Right, and then this one, I'm going to get it going that way. And then if you want to, you could put some going through here. But what I do need to do is put the water level in, don't I? The water line. I'll use a thin, I actually will use this to this. And I'm just going to add that in there like so. And then mind the boat. Come towards the boat and then stop before you get to it. There you go. So when you look at your piece now, right, we've got the trees, we've got to pen that in, and then the only other thing is, I said to Dave, I said, have you got a 2p piece or a £2 coin to draw around to make a moon? And he held his hand out and he had both, and I went, that'll do. There's my flies on her. Thanks, Dave. Right, so again, where are we putting it? There, behind the trees, a bit busy. I'm going to put it there. So hold it in place while you're doing it. Do it with a pencil so that if you do move, it's not terminal. Right, and then round you go, like that. Hold it like that. Liking it there. What do you think? I think that looks really nice. Not hard, is it really? What's hard is going round it again with the pen. So, do you want to do it? Do you want to risk it? If you do, can I make a suggestion that you try it on a scrap first? Yeah? Or you go round freehand, which is even more challenging. So the hardest bit we left till the end, right? I'm going to go round with my 005, make sure my pen's good. Let me just make sure my pen's good. If you've been pressing too hard, or your pen's running out, because they do have a shelf life, right? It's only because I've been using it for 4 weeks. Let me just grab a piece of card and I'll show you what you can do. If your pen is going a little bit ropey, then all you do is you take your nib like this, and you twizzle it gently. So for example, you just twizzle it like that. Let's see if you can see it better on here. Right, go like that, and then just twizzle like so, because sometimes they clog up or they stop working very well. Just twist it lightly and come towards yourself, and then it will go like new again. Okay. Right, now, okay, $1 million. I don't want to. Do I need an audience when I do this? Let's give it a go. Right, so hold that in place like so. Hold it down tight. And then fortunately, right, I've got that trellis bit, haven't I? So I'm going to go round. Don't stop. Oh, I've got to stop because I've got my finger in the way. Right. Try not to overlap then. So I'm going to go there again, come round. And then when I get to where I'm going, ta-da! That'll do. Okay, that'll do for today. God, they are strong, those ones. So, it's 10 to 11. That wasn't so hard, was it? What have we missed? Let me see. Have we missed something vital? Well, we've got to do the shadowing, haven't we? So, maybe, if we've done let's do this then, come on. We could do the shadowing. We could certainly do this bit, can't we? Right? So let's pen these furrows in, like that. This would be nice. That's good, isn't it? I like this. Right, so we're just going to come down like so. And top tip, always take your time. Top tip, take your time. That'll do. And then we're going to come around this one. Actually, I think I might follow the trend. You know, like follow the actual hill. I might just go like that. That's better. Give it a bit more interest, because that'll be interesting to shade then. There we are. Nice. Oh yeah, that's much better. Yep. Well, in that case, let's do that there as well then. Flick that one up. There. So that's that one. So over the weekend then, you've got your groovy, all you groovy guys, you've got your lovely groovy download. Now, one of the things that's worth noting with this one, because I know you really enjoyed last week's one, what's worth noting with this one is that it's a 4-parter. So in other words, we're going to be using the same plates 4 weeks running. There's a set that Tina did. Brilliant. They're called like layering panels. Really, really lovely. And on the groovy projects, we're going to be using the layering panels for 4 Fridays, 4 projects. So if you haven't got them, that might be worth thinking about. And if you have got them, you're just going to have an absolute blast learning different tricks and different tips and how to use them. So that's worth considering. See, now once you've done that, let's have a look at this now, and then we'll call it a day. Once you've done that, you've got 4 weeks now of tips and tricks. So you've got all your shading to do, haven't you? So you know you've got all this to do. So that's the first thing. We've got the shading. We've got the tubular effect. We did the shading on that. We've got the shading down here, you know, like on the there. So we get that lovely effect as well. You could do that with dots, dot, dot, dot. Gracie loves the dot, dot, dot. Speaking of Gracie, my daughter in New York, she's taken over the Clarity Matters blog, and because I blog every day, Barbara Gray blog, and then Grace has started doing the Clarity Matters blog. And yesterday I was talking to her, and she was looking through all the lovely groovy projects from the digital download from last week, and so she's going to create a gallery every Saturday of the week before. So she's just picking some of your lovely artwork. And what she said was, some of the artwork is really beautiful, but the photos are a bit iffy. So when you take photographs of your work to put on Facebook, just make sure you take a picture of them in a light place. You know, especially now with the sun out, put it near the window when you take a picture of it, and make sure that you get a nice light photograph of it. Because Grace said there's some beautiful work, but the photos are so dark that she can't really, it's difficult to showcase when the pictures are so dark. So Grace sends her love, and she hopes that you don't misunderstand what, you know, she didn't even tell me to say this, but I know that that she was struggling with some of the dark photos. So that's something to consider when you post your work on Facebook, isn't it? And then she can build a really lovely gallery with your work, and she's going to show it off on a Saturday, which is nice, isn't it? So now I'm putting the shading in there, look, and you'll see when you turn it, see straight away it pushes that one to the back, doesn't it? So there's loads of shading, loads of homework to do there. I think I think today's been a good one, don't you? And next week we're going to start integrating some colour. I think it's time to get some colouring going. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that you've got loads to be getting on with over the weekend. We'll be back again at 10 o'clock on Monday morning. And I've got the weekend to think about what we're going to do. So that's me busy. That and the laundry, that's me sorted. And I'll figure out what to do with this little fella. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Be sensible. Don't forget, we're all hanging out in Clarity Worldwide and Groovy Worldwide. So you don't have to be isolated. There's loads of us hanging out, and we're here for you. So stretch. Oh, get that old neck, because we sit like that, don't we? Up, smile, teeth. Ah, lovely. Thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye now. Turning off.